what makes a good tenant, right? I think it's basically whoever, like, if you're a good tenant, you can clean up after yourself. I think that's the most important thing. Just responsibility on your own stuff.
I think responsibility and knowing how to share.
Well, I think basically what makes a good tenant is if the tenant pays the rent on time and upkeeps the house very well.
I guess what makes a good tenant is that you kind of like protect the house as is that's your house. I guess that's pretty much it. And apart from that, I guess, you know, as in, you know, make it a place for you to live in, you know, that's and comfortable, that's all, I guess.
Someone that's considerate, that's willing to help out, takes other people's opinions, you know, that works together.
For a good tenant, of course, as a starting, they have to pay renting fees. Of course, if a tenant can pay a high renting fees, means they are capable to pay to rent in the contract as specified.
I think what makes a good tenant is if the person is responsible.
And there you have it. If you've ever been a landlord, this is the right time for you to find out all the questions and answers. We're opening up the calls. You can call us at 55690349. We have with us two gentlemen who are founders and investors of the Property Fast Track Hyderabad, Dexter Lim and also Wei Xiong. Guys, thank you very much for being with us on this lovely Friday morning.
Are you used to waking up so early?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No. See what I mean? It's the jobs that we have.
Okay. So this one, I mean, I think we saw it now on TV, you know, what makes a good tenant and everything. But I think your focus here is on, as landlords, people who own property.
Exactly, yeah.
How do you identify a good tenant? Is that, am I correct in... So, okay, you are the expert. How do you identify a good tenant?
Okay, usually before we actually meet a tenant, right, on the phone, we make sure to screen them through thoroughly. So we know whether are they serious or are they not serious? Are they looking around or not? Because even though we do wake up not so early in the mornings, but we still take good care of our time to make sure that the people that we deal with are actually of quality.
What kind of questions do you guys ask when it comes to the people trying to find out about renting out property?
Yeah.
Basically, we ask them, where have you been staying for the last 6 months or 1 year?
Right.
And why are you looking to actually move into this area where we have properties?
Right.
So we want to find out, actually, is it because their house is parents or the parents-in-law's place are close by?
Right.
For the children to be cared for by their in-laws?
Right.
Or if their office is nearby, we want to find out a little bit more.
Whether single, married, those come into consideration as well.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
Just because I know of people who are tenants, I know of people who are landlords as well, and usually they will blame each other.
Yeah.
Like the landlord will say, my tenant is useless, he is lazy, he throws parties, he dirties the place and everything. But then the tenant will say, my landlord, when this one broken, he don't come and fix. When things have to be done, he doesn't come and do it. In Malaysia, what are main problems faced here? Is it mainly landlords who are not doing their responsibility, or tenants who are being just very, very difficult about things?
Essentially, it's about being able to identify the right tenants first. So it's always about screening first, so that you would know how you would deal with the person. If let's say you're not taking care of your own responsibilities, then it wouldn't be fair for the tenants. Essentially, for tenant management, right, it's more of a business to us.
Yes.
Meaning that we make sure that we do our part well, so that they would be doing their part well.
Okay,
Wei Xiong,
well, actually, okay, look at it from I suppose it goes right to the beginning, Wei Xiong, that you must have a good tenancy agreement between the tenant and landlord. Is that something that everyone should look at before they go on to sign the dotted line?
Yeah, actually, what they should do is they should run through the tenancy agreement, and inside the tenancy agreement is spelled carefully what is the tenancy period. So some of us they may want to stay for 1 year or 2 years, and what is the security deposits there. So it's very important for our tenant to understand that this is the amount of deposit they need to pay before they can actually move in. So it's important to collect fully upfront.
Right. What about what good tips should a tenant, kind of questions that a tenant should ask before they look at this tenancy agreement, or stuff that they may have missed out within the agreement itself?
Okay. First thing they actually would like to know is if when can I actually move in? It's a very important question because some of them have children. They need to go to the school, so they need to plan it well. So they need to know when is the property available. So those are one of the very important key criteria.
Okay, so time is of great factor as well.
Yes, correct.
Also some certainty lah, because you know if you're dangling, you know, can I move in, can I not move in, we're not sure.
And some of them ask if the things are fully furnished, will the furnitures be there? Because if I move in, some of the furnitures are not there, so they get upset. So all
so when they're viewing, they should really ask, are these all... Is this fully furnished?
Yes,
correct. Is this fully furnished, half furnished? Is going to be empty? Well,
yes.
All right. Okay. Okay. Now, from the landlord's point of view, just very curious question. Why some of them lease it for a year, some of them lease it for 2 years? Why is that, Dex?
It depends. Like for our target area, my target area, at least for students and working professionals, usually they'll take 1 year first because they just want to get used to it, seeing that how good the landlord treats them and vice versa. Usually for us, we would actually sign for 1 year lease first. It's essentially a dating period during this 1 year. Yeah. Yeah. So it's better to be a shorter term initially first. Then as time goes by, we can go for longer leases.
Now, see on TV now, Rashid, there's the aha moments. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Let's be careful. It is okay to reject a tenant if you have doubts. Ask the tenants as many questions as you want, etc., etc. Because I just realized that, because it was, for me, it was the aha moment. I was under the impression that this was going to be a property, how to own property, or how to own X amount of property in so many years. But your focus, well, for today at least, has so much. What do you do with the property after that? Because a lot of people know how to buy, don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do with it. Now, you've got on page 57. Now, the tips of, you know, tenants from hell. What kind of tips? Tenants from hell. It says tenants from hell.
Was tenant from hell. Yeah.
I remember that. So, tell us the 4 tips in that book, because that book's quite good actually.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Okay, the 4 tips is I mentioned if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Be careful.
Right.
And ask the tenant as many questions as you want.
Yeah.
You need to be comfortable renting to them.
Yeah.
And it's okay to reject a tenant if you have doubts. And if anyone is issuing checks, make sure that they clear before giving them the keys to the unit.
Exactly.
Actually, I was lucky, but it will not be so easy all the time. Yeah. If you've gone through chapter 2 of the book, oh my God, a tenant from hell.
Yeah.
Our first tenant in the first property that we bought below market, it was the tenant from hell. Everything that could go wrong did and really went wrong.
What kind of stuff went wrong?
I think this is why we want to know.
What kind of stuff went wrong with you?
Okay, essentially we got our keys a few days before Chinese New Year 2009.
Right.
And then it was our first property, and then we wanted to enjoy our Chinese New Year, so we thought we just can get rented out as soon as possible. Which at that time there were 3 tenants who came to view the property.
Right.
Then one of them actually made an offer, and it was husband and wife, and the wife being 7 months pregnant. They seemed that they really wanted a place to stay. So we thought, okay, can go ahead long.
Yeah,
pregnant woman
usually say, okay lah.
Yeah, but it was actually a 5-story walk-up, and it was on the 5th story. But they were okay with walking. So we thought, okay, why not just rent to them? And they were okay without having to clean the unit and stuff like that. So we said okay, and then they gave the 1-month deposit to the agent.
Right.
And on the day that they're supposed to move in, they actually issued, supposedly they issued a check to pay for the security deposit and stuff like that.
Supposedly, I like what he said.
After 4+, so it's late clearing. So supposedly it would clear a few days after that. And then we thought we were suspicious, but we thought shouldn't be lah. 7 months pregnant lady. The guy should be of integrity. So actually passed the key to the guy, and we went for our New Year holidays, Chinese New Year holidays. But we didn't really enjoy much that year. We were like worrying whether is it really true or if it's not. And it was a long holiday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and banking started on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
So immediately called a bank on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
And the check wasn't even banked in.
Right.
Then we told the agent said, don't worry, as long as we got their name, their IC number, address, it should be okay. It's a no-no. Don't believe that. So if it's not clear, don't. And we had to chase them out. And then if you read in the book, it took us like 5 hours standing outside the unit and in evening before they actually move out. And we had our dinner there, nasi lemak with tapao lah.
Sit there and wait for him to leave your house.
Standing outside there, yeah.
Poor thing, my goodness.
Yeah.
He got property also, got troublesome one.
Yeah.
Don't think he just got property.
Now, if you have any questions, I'll repeat again. You can always call us on 55690349 if you have any stories to share or even questions to ask Dex and Wei Sung as well. Now, what about the area? Is it very important that, as you said, you know, if you're married, you want to be closer. But as a tenant, there's some people who just want to go and find the cheapest place, but it could be a nice area. Is that something that you guys, as a tenant, they look at as well when they speak to you guys?
Yeah. As a tenant, one of the things they need to know is their budget.
Right.
If they know their budget is 1,500 ringgit per month, so the properties they are looking at probably can go for about maybe...
This is fully furnished or empty?
1,500 will be empty.
Empty, right.
Yeah.
There we go.
So let's say we have this particular property which is just next to the university. So within walking distance, you reach university within 2 to 3 minutes. So it's first choice. And it is actually, that time was the lowest price per square feet for the particular property.
Right.
So students will choose to stay there because of budget constraint. If they have higher budget, they can actually opt for fully furnished, which is slightly away, maybe about 5 minutes driving distance to the university. So they need to know their budget before they move in.
Is there a limit to the number of people that you allow in the house if you know it's you're going to be a student staying?
We will actually put, there are actually 3 rooms.
Right.
So master room and another 2 bedroom, middle and the small room. So 2 in the master room, 1 each on the other room.
So 4.
4.
So do you put a limit
4
on
to 5 like that will be okay.
Yeah.
But too many will be a bit of problem.
Yeah, then it'll be like factory workers that you'll be wondering they're not actually students. Right.
Okay. So this is the book that we have here. Who do you recommend actually buy this book? I mean, obviously we will be landlords. But what type of landlords? I mean, what would the landlord want to achieve, and by reading your book, what can they achieve?
Essentially, it's our story, like myself and my ex-girlfriend, come wife now. It's more to inspire youths that they can get started in property investment, because myself, we started at age 28 and 26. So it's to get started and also to know how to take care of your properties, as well as to rent out to the right tenants.
Right.
So it's to inspire more than that.
Okay, it's to inspire. Yeah, I'll get one back and read, because I also want to get some money lah.
I also want to be
do television, no money lah. Thank you very much, Dexter and Kam.
I don't know what to say to you today.
I see. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, we're going to take another break, and then when we come back, we're going to movies as well as bread.
Yes.